Hi, I'm Niall Bodkin from the CAI. Today we're in South Point Iconic Offices and I'm talking with Sean Murray from awards-winning logistics company WeBringg. Hi Sean.
How are you?
So Sean, when we think about e-commerce, probably one of the first things that we think about is delivery. You know, am I going to be there on time? Is it at the right location? Just how important is it to get that right?
It's massively important. The delivery is, for some businesses, the only physical touch point they'll have with the customer. So getting it right is critical. Losing a customer at this stage can cost businesses a lot of money. The cost per acquisition for new customers is going up, so it's directly affecting their bottom line.
So yes, I agree. Getting delivery is very important. There's so much focus put on web development that, you know, we overlooked delivery in the past. And I think delivery companies have really upped their game in that regard, you know. So what technologies are out there that companies are really focusing on?
Well, I think the automation of the last mile is something that companies are focusing on more now. There are two sides to it. There's the software side and the hardware side. On the software side, you've got companies building out algorithms that are automatically selecting which is the best driver by distance, by weight, by vehicle type, all these sort of things. Then you've got the hardware element to it, whereby there are numerous companies in the States at the moment who've built out autonomous delivery vehicles who are still kind of in the prototype stage, but in maybe 12 to 18 months you're going to start seeing these vehicles out in the streets.
I think I saw that. It was UPS and they bring the van to a central location and all these robots go out and deliver.
Yeah, so you've got these, what are called UCCs, Urban Consolidation Centres. They're basically mini logistics hubs. And instead of having lots of vans and vehicles and traffic going into the city centres, they're delivered to points just outside the city centre. And then electric vehicles or autonomous vehicles are doing the very last mile within these dense urban centres.
So we hear so much about customer experience. 89% of companies expect to be competing on customer experience over price going forward. So just how important is customer experience in the last mile?
It's massively important, again, because it's, you know, potentially one of the only touch points that you have with the customer. The more personal the experience for them, the better. The more in touch with your brand they're going to be. The higher quality estimated time of arrival of your delivery, the better the customer experience, and the more that customer is going to come back, and the more they're going to spend, and the more margin the business is going to make in the end of the day.
I agree. You know, like at the end of the day, you want that customer not only on your website to be enjoying the experience on the website, but down to actually getting it delivered. So it's quite important to get your delivery partner right.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you take a traditional logistics company and you get a window of we're going to be there between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m, that's no good for anyone. Nobody wants to stay at home for 8 hours. Whereas if you get a link that you can track a driver live on a map and it says he's going to be there in 17 minutes and you can watch him all the way, coming down all the way down the road, that's a much, much better experience, and that's giving back time to the customers.
So when we think about delivery, it's not something that we think about monetizing. So are there opportunities to make money during the delivery process?
Yes, absolutely. You probably have noticed walking through the city centre even today, you'll see guys branded with Deliveroo bags or Just Eat bags. So you're seeing these brands on the street physically. You'll see these drivers coming to your door. So we'll try and do that for other brands as well, maybe smaller brands who can't afford to have their own fleets out on the road. Another way we can monetize the delivery process is through our tracking links. So if you're getting a delivery from WeBringg, you get sent a tracking link, you open up a web page, and on that web page you can live track your driver to your door. But that will be branded with the company's branding, and you can also redirect them back to your website. These tracking links are open 75% of the time, and you've got customers looking at your brand for 5 minutes at a time, tracking their purchase from your store to their door.
So captured audience, no better way to advertise.
Absolutely, yeah.
So Sean, what is the delivery model of the future? Let's keep Star Trek transportation out of this.
I don't think Star Trek transportation is out of the equation. I think in 18 to 24 months' time, you're going to start seeing futuristic technologies coming all the way to our door. So at the moment, we've got big players like Amazon and JD.com who have fully autonomous distribution centers. And I think we're getting close to a stage where you're going to see the autonomous distribution centers go on wheels and be autonomous all the way to your door.
So no humans in the entire chain, is that a good thing?
I think eventually it is, yes. It's going to increase efficiencies, and I think people might be afraid that there are going to be lots of jobs lost in this process. But there's a huge amount of jobs that are going to be created on the back end in terms of R&D, the management of these systems. So I think it's a good thing for the future.
And everybody likes to talk about successes and not really their mistakes. Can you give us an example of maybe where something's gone wrong, a personal experience or a story you've heard from someone else where you have learned from?
Yeah, I'd say our biggest mistake in the business was within the first year of operation, we said yes to everything. So we expanded very quickly. We went into markets overseas without maybe having all the manpower we needed at that stage. So we're doing meetings at 3 a.m. in Australia and back into work for 8 o'clock in Dublin and stuff like that. So overstretching ourselves is probably the biggest mistake we've made to date.
So Sean, I know you're in a really busy period. Your company is really going from strength to strength at a phenomenal rate. So at the ECAI, we really want to thank you for taking the time out to have this interview with us and giving us your insights. Thank you very much.
Thanks, it's great to be here.